Okay, so in part 1 of this video, we had talked about these two problems, how to interpret a y-intercept and how to interpret the slope on this graph. If you're still with me, then you're probably interested in the last two questions. When does the pumpkin weigh 8 pounds? And is the weight of the pumpkin increasing or decreasing over time? The great news is if you can interpret the y-intercept and you can interpret the slope, then these problems should not be too terrible because they use the same skills. They just kind of have you use the skills in a different order. So if I'm looking at this problem here, when does the pumpkin weigh 8 pounds? Then really all I have to do is pay really close attention to my graph's axes. This graph says months since May is my x-axis, and that weight in pounds is what my y-axis represents. And it says that the whole graph is representing a pumpkin's weight over time. So if I want to know when a pumpkin weighs 8 pounds, then all I have to do is say, here's my weight. Here's what a pumpkin weighs: 2, 4, 6, 8. Where does the function exist when the pumpkin weighs 8 pounds? Well, I'm going to just take a ruler, because I don't have any grid lines, and say, oh, when the pumpkin weighs 8 pounds, we're at this point. Just going to mark it with a little dot. All right, so I'm at this point right here. And so the pumpkin weighs 8 pounds at the point. Here this says 4, 8. And so this says 4 months since May, because my x-axis, my value of 4 is an x value, measures months since May. That's what the x-axis represents. And my y-axis, like we already said, represents weight in pounds. And the weight in pounds is 8 because that's what we were looking for. So if I wanted to answer this question, when does the pumpkin weigh 8 pounds? Well, the pumpkin weighs 8 pounds 4 months after May. Well then, here's May, June, July, August, September. 1, 2, 3, 4 months since May. The pumpkin weighs 8 pounds in September. You could have said the pumpkin weighs 8 pounds after 4 months, because it is 4 months. But since they told us 4 months since May, it's better to be more specific. I know when May is, and I know that June, July, August, September. September is 4 months after May. Just be as specific as you can. Let me know if you have any questions, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Alright, so we just finished the problem about when does the pumpkin weigh 8 pounds, and we're going to move straight along to, is the weight of the pumpkin increasing or decreasing over time? Well, if I want to know if the weight of the pumpkin is increasing or decreasing over time, all I have to do is take a look at one point to another. Here, my pumpkin has a weight of 2 pounds. As time increases, because I'm going months up over here, my weight seems to be increasing. Here at 2 months, the weight of my pumpkin is 4 pounds. So my graph is increasing. The weight has increased as I move from 1 month to the other. Another way of looking at it is the slope of this graph is positive, and my weight must be increasing as a result.